What's up, guys? Welcome back to 3VS 3 Bro Sports. Today we're just moving along with our draft analysis and grades. In the AFC East, we're on to the Dolphins. They had 3 first-round picks. They consisted of Tua Tagovailoa, a quarterback, Austin Jackson, tackle, Noah Igbenogany, a cornerback. And in the second round, they selected Robert Hunt, a tackle, Raekwon Davis, a defensive tackle. In the third round, Brandon Jones, a safety. Fourth round, Solomon Kindley, guard. In the fifth round, Jason Strowbridge, defensive end, and Curtis Weaver, defensive end. In the sixth round, Blake Ferguson, the center. And in the seventh round, Malcolm Perry, a wide receiver. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I thought they drafted decent. I think Tua, little shaky pick there. I think they still hit big on him, but very injury prone. But I like that pick. I think he's gonna be a great player there if he could stay healthy. Austin Jackson, not a terrible pick. Definitely needed O-line, but I think he'll still be pretty good for them. Next pick was Noah Igbenogany. I don't really like that pick too much. I feel like cornerback was definitely the most solid position that the Dolphins had going into this draft. So I really don't like wasting a first round pick on a cornerback. Next pick was Robert Hunt, offensive lineman. I think that was a really good pick. Next was Raekwon Davis, defensive lineman. I think that was decent, adding to the D line. Brandon Jones was their next pick, the safety. I think that was pretty good as well there too. They took another offensive lineman at guard, Solomon Kindley. I like that pick. Jason Strowbridge was next, the D lineman. Pretty good pick. Then they took Curtis Weaver, another decent pick, adding to the edge. Blake Ferguson. I don't really know about that one too much. And then seventh round, they took Malcolm Perry. I feel like they should have addressed wide receiver a little bit earlier because I don't really think they have the greatest wide receiver position. But, still adding, a wide receiver was still pretty good. So overall, I'm going to have to give them a B+. I feel like they made a few, shaky decisions, a few shaky picks. But overall, I think they, hit pretty much every one of their needs.
For me, I agree with pretty much what TJ said. For me, if this was just if you were just grading the first round, I wouldn't like it at all, really. I mean, obviously I would have definitely took Tua at 5. I think he was the second best quarterback in this draft, and I think he has the highest potential out of all 3 of them. I think Tua he's a great talent. He played for Alabama. I just think he's a great quarterback, and I love the pick. And then with the next 2 picks, obviously, I'm not going to fault them too much, for their second pick, Austin Jackson. I think that they got, a position that they needed, obviously, offensive tackle. But a lot of people, graded this low just because it was a big reach for him there, and I didn't really agree with that. He wasn't the best player there at offensive tackle. I didn't really like it too much. And then as TJ hit on, with the cornerback, I mean, obviously, you need a slot corner, and that's a big thing. But even I think they have Eric Rowe as their slot corner, which he had a pretty good year, last year. And I just don't think it's smart. You have 2 Pro Bowl cornerbacks there, and then you go out and, get another one in the first round. And not to mention that cornerback there, he wasn't even, top 5 cornerback. There was other cornerbacks that were available. So that's not a really good pick for me at all. But the thing with the Dolphins for me, I think that they redeemed themselves so well with all the rest of their picks. All the rest of their picks are really good value. I really like Brandon Jones at the safety. I feel like that was amazing value. And both the DNs that they drafted, Jason Strowbridge and Curtis Weaver, they were on the board, Mel Kiper's big board, for so long, and they ended up getting both of them, which is great value in the 5th round. So I love that. And I feel like like TJ said, they got a whole bunch of linemen for Tua, and that's one of the bigger things that I think they needed to address. And they addressed the D line heavy too, which you can never go wrong with that. So I would end up giving it probably in between a C+ and a B, but I give it a B just because I feel like they hit with their later picks. And I also think that they should have definitely, with all those picks, addressed receiver heavily more. I don't think it's smart drafting, your first receiver in the 7th round when you sort of have a shaky receiving core. But overall, I give it a B.
Yeah, I'm going to sound repetitive here, but in the first round, like you guys said, Tua, he was definitely the right pick there. If he stays healthy, he's their franchise quarterback for years to come. Second first-round pick, Austin Jackson. I like the position that they selected there, but I don't really agree with the player. And third first-round pick, Noah Igbenogany. I'm not really a big fan of that. I don't really think that he's a selection there when you have Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. I don't think you just bring him in to play the slot cornerback position. So we'll see. But like Devin said, I really like the value that they got in the later rounds with the safety Brandon Jones was one that I really liked. And like you also said, Devin, the fifth-round picks, Jason Strowbridge and Curtis Weaver, they were sitting on Mel's big board for forever, and they snagged them both. So I think that those are two really intriguing prospects to see how they pan out. But like you guys said too, I wish they would have addressed the wide receiver position. They have like a shaky wide receiver core, but it's nothing to rave over. And running back position, I kind of wish that they would have took one in the second round there, but they traded for Matt Breida, so it works out. And I also love how they are building a wall for Tua up front. I think they selected three or four offensive linemen, so I think that they made the right decisions there. Overall, I feel like it was a decent draft, so I'll give them a B.
Yep, I agree.
And that concludes this video. Just make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to be coming out with all 32 teams shortly, and see you later.